Okay, here we go. Let's leave the water tank area behind. So what we're going to do here is, because it's so bright and sunny, there is a rock cut here. We recorded the rock cut last fall, and so what we'll do is we'll splice in that piece of video here. Okay, so let's work our way through this rock cut here. Again, make sure you go to my page on the water tank, and you'll actually see there's a picture with the train kind of nosing out of this cut, and people are waiting for the train here at the flag stop that was known as the tank. So here you can see this rock cut, maybe 8-9 feet. It's a little bit higher here. You can see the age of the cut. You can see all of the moss growing on the rocks. Again, you can see the very layered nature of the shale sedimentary rock that's here, right? You can see how it's all fractured due to the blasting process. Gets higher here, so maybe we're over 10 feet here, so maybe we're in that 12-foot range, and maybe even a little bit higher here. Again, you can see all the moss on the rocks. Wow. So here, yeah, it's well over, it's got to be about 12 feet or so. And you can see how the trees are growing right out of the side of the cut. Again, the ingenuity of nature. The wind really calms here once you get away from the lake and into the trees. And so everything starts to peter out here, and then it comes to an end right here. Okay, so let's hold up, and then we'll resume again with the bike. All right, so this is the end of the rock cut here, and we got a nice puddle that we have to navigate. Still quite a bit of water from the spring here. You're going to see some more water soon. All right, here we go. We got really bogged down there around the bridge and around the water tank, and chit-chatting with folks about the railway, and some really nice people there to have some conversations with. So here's a little bit of a cut here. I don't know well you can see. Hopefully the camera's trying to even things out a little bit for you. So things are going to get a little brighter up here. Front tire is making me a little nervous. Keeps getting loose. Not sure why. All right. Here we go. Still heading in that northwest direction, I guess. Another vehicle coming. We're gonna have to stop because there's gonna be clouds of dust. Pull over here. All right, there we go again. So it's not bad here. The sun is pretty high up in the sky, so you don't get those in the fall time. You get those crazy shadows because the sun's coming down sideways, but it makes it hard to see anything in the bush. There's a little bit of a cut here, a little bit of rock work, and a little bit of snow. Again, just crazy. There's patches of snow here and there, and then there's forest fires. I remember, and I did this when I did the Kinghorn. There was 1999, there was a massive forest fire that broke up near Beardmore. Wow. By Beardmore, between Lake Nipigon and Beardmore. And they had a heck of a time fighting the fire because it was early May, and the fire was going like crazy, but they couldn't land the water bombers in some of the area lakes because the lakes are still frozen. So weird things happen up here sometimes. Okay, now we're moving a bit here. So we do have a big sort of wet area coming up, and when I was outbound, when I was eastbound, there were some people that were working on the culvert because the water is coming over the road. And I noticed last year when I was here that, I guess because of the beaver, the water level is very high, and I thought, oh, in the springtime it must be nasty here because the water is going to be so high. It's actually coming over the grade. So when I came by, there was a couple guys from one of the places, and they were working on the culvert, trying to unplug it, and they said they were going to go back, and then by the water tank there in the cabin, there was a couple gentlemen that were like asking about how do you get out of here if that washes out. And I was like, you're asking the wrong guy. I come in on the railway grade. I know that there's some roads that kind of go the other direction, but I don't know. So here you can see some of that issue. You can see definitely the beaver at work here. You can see all the things chopped down. That looks like a little lodge there. And it's just all completely flooded here. And I think the satellite photograph was taken of this area 2023. There's no flooding here whatsoever. 2023 or 2024. You can see here, they must have got some water moving here because the water was coming across here this morning, like here, like worse. Or maybe they put a log there. So this is the problem spot right here. I'm gonna stop and take a picture of this. So this is what happens when there's no maintenance. Okay, so we are going to work our way across. I think I can see the gravel here is not bad if I just stay right on this path here, because I don't want to get stuck. Ooh, it's soft there. Yeah, that's pretty nasty. I know the guys said they were going to come back and they were going to try to work on clearing those culverts and get the water moving, because that's gonna wash out. Okay, let's pause here for a moment, and then we'll resume our journey.